Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Hexes and Horrors, and especially welcome if you are new to my channel. On this channel, we mostly cover everything history, haunts, horror, and Halloween, but this month for December, we are covering Christmas or Creepmas, whatever you prefer. A little bit of both. And in this video, I'm going to take you around my home for a little indoor decor tour for 2024. So my theme this year is a Victorian Christmas. I usually don't decorate with a theme, and to be honest, I barely decorate the inside of my house for any holiday. But for Christmas time and winter time, I do like to feel extra cozy. I spend a lot of time in my house, in my living room, on the couch, and I really want to feel just warm, cozy, hig vibes. I'm also really interested in the Victorian era, if you didn't already know that about me. So I do tend to do a lot of research on just what life was like back then, what the holidays were like, different traditions of the time, not only for the holidays, but funerary traditions, mourning traditions. And if you're further interested in any of that, I do have an entire highlight series on my TikTok page for the Victorian era, so you can definitely check that out. I also do have some videos coming on Victorian era Christmas traditions. That's over on TikTok though, if you're interested. It's the same handle, but like I said, today, Victorian themed Christmas tour. So with that being said, that I usually don't decorate my house a lot on the inside, and I've never done a theme before, don't have super high expectations. I did what I could, and I feel like I'm very happy with what I did and the effort and the amount of time that I put into it. I was able to find everything I wanted for this year, and I did not overspend, in my opinion. I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling like I did enough, but not too much and not too little. And I really like the way that it all turned out. So I'm going to take you along on this tour. I am going to be showing only the decorations and the decor. You will see very little of my actual home because it is looking like a bit of a mess right now. There's just dog blankets all over the floor, pine needles that I still need to clean up, piles of my husband's random things stacked on chairs. So it's looking a mess right now. So you're not going to see necessarily a home tour, but a home decor tour. So just the decor. All right, we're starting with my stairway railing, so let's head over there. All right, so we're gonna start with the banister. We just have an artificial garland on the banister. It has some little holly berries, and these plastic stars light up, or they did for 2 years, and now they're broken. So it did light up. It has a little battery pack in here, right over here. The batteries are still in it, but I tried brand new ones and they do not work. So, I mean, I've had this garland, I think, for actually 3 years now. So this would be the 4th year of having it. So the lights no longer function, but I ended up hanging these little candles on the garland. So we have 4 of them going all the way up. So that makes up for the twinkle lights that used to be there. I'll just quickly show you the decorative egg that was on the top of the banister. I'm calling this a Fabergé egg, but I actually don't even know if this is really Fabergé. This was my grandmother's on my mom's side. I don't know where it's from or who made it. It's really cute. It has a little winter scene inside, and then what look like angels on the inside of the door. And I do put this out every year, but I feel like it really fit in with the Victorian Christmas theme this year because of how ornate it is. All right, then we have one of my favorite parts of decor for this year. It's just this mirror. We got the mirror at a thrift shop, or a consignment shop, I guess. It was like $100. And the mirror is actually made out of wood, even though it looks like it's some kind of iron or brass or something. It's just painted wood, but I really love the way it looks because it does look like kind of a brass or whatever kind of metal they would use for the outside of a mirror like this. The mirror itself I wanted because it obviously looks like something that people would have in their homes in colonial times or Victorian times. That's just the style that I like. And so this year I saw a few different people who have a similar vibe in their home, or much more so than I do, where it really is like a Victorian theme all the time. Usually people who have a colonial or a Victorian home really lean into that aesthetic. This kind of like mirror garland. It's not really even a garland, it's just kind of a piece of a garland on the top of the mirror, but I love the way it looks for the holidays. This one is artificial. I actually got this at Target, and it's just two pieces that I tied together with fishing wire. So you can see the stems right over here, or at least one of the stems. So the pieces are just going diagonal from each other and meeting in the center, and then I used fishing wire to actually secure them to the mirror. I really love the way it looks. I love the pine cones, the natural elements. This is pretty much exactly what I wanted for the top of the mirror, and I couldn't find one single piece that looked like this, but like I said, I did find the individual pieces in Target. So I was really happy to find those. So that is the mirror decor. Then we have some garland, some pine garland. But since we do an artificial Christmas tree, I wanted to make up for the lack of pine smell by doing a real pine garland. So this is just a piece of the one that we got. We actually got a 75-foot one, which is way more garland than we would ever need. But so we have this piece here on the doorway, and then another piece going up and around these wooden beams and across the top and down on the other side. I do right now have this one also, which is going on the outside of the wooden part and just hanging down, but I'm removing that one because this is just way too much happening over here. So I had put both up to see which one I like better, and I think I like the one going around the wood beams. So I'm going to keep that center one and remove the outside one. We also have another piece of this 75-foot garland on the front door to our house, hanging similarly to this one. So once I remove this outside one, I think I'm just going to end up putting that on our other railing over here that goes upstairs, because I don't really have any other place to put it, and it is kind of a large piece. So I think I'll just put it here and keep the artificial one on this side. All right, going back to the floating candles for a moment, I put two of them here on the handles to our built-in, which is currently my bookcase. I originally did have some velvet bows hanging on both of these, but I decided I needed those for the Christmas tree, which we'll see in a moment. So I put the candles instead. I do have to be really careful with them though, because every time I open that built-in, the candles fly off. They're not well secured. Next, we are heading over here to the Christmas tree. We do an artificial tree, so this is the tree. It's slightly crooked and looking a little funky this year. I kind of put it together in a rush, and I feel like it shows, but I will just take you through a little ornament tour. So these are the velvet bows that I put on the tree every year, and I actually got these at a thrift store. I have not seen the same color though in a really long time. These are more of a burgundy maroon color, and the ones that I always see are bright red. So I was really lucky to find this color because I think this just goes a lot better with the aesthetic that I'm going with. But I do feel like I need more, so I'm going to have to find bows that are a perfect match to these. I also got these gold ornaments at the same thrift shop. So all the gold balls that are on this one were purchased at a thrift store with the burgundy bows. The little red ornaments are actually from a Creepmas tree that I do every year, which is currently like a second Christmas tree. So that one has all black and red ornaments, and I took some of the smaller red ones off that tree to put them on this one. I do need to grab a couple more from it though, because as you can see, there's a lot of gold ornaments and not so many smaller red ones. I also went with some pine cones this year that I found at Dollar General. I did do some additional research on Victorian Christmas decorations. So I did see when I was researching that they tended to decorate their Christmas trees with a lot of natural elements like pine cones. They would also use stringed popcorn, paper decorations, ribbon, the dried orange garlands, things like that. So the pine cones are my natural element for this year. I do also want to either make one of the dried orange garlands or purchase an artificial one and put that on the tree as well. I feel like that would just tie together the pine cones. And then this is the first year that I decided to put the mini candles on the tree. I had been wanting to do this since last year, and I waited until this year to make any kinds of purchases, but I'm really glad that I bought those because, again, it just gives it that aesthetic that I'm going for. So I really do like the mini candles, and they're the same ones that are hanging on the built-in that I showed earlier. So they come with a clip-on option and then also with a hanging option. And then I was sort of torn on a tree topper. I was going between a star and an angel. I had found that most Victorian Christmas trees were decorated with either of those at the top. And I found this one in Target when I was there, and I just felt like it kind of fit with the theme, especially the fact that it's faceless. I don't know why, but I feel like the gold and the shimmer on the dress, it's sort of just simple and not overstated. I felt like that would go pretty well. So we went with the angel topper. I do have some darker spots on the tree, if you notice, because my lights are in need of being replaced. I have a few bulbs that are out on my light strand. And I tried to place some of the candles in those darker areas just to help out with that a little bit. I do have a new set of lights, but I had already put these on the tree this year, so I'll just wait till next year to use that one. Then we have one of my other favorite elements is the tree skirt. This is from Home Goods, and I got it on sale after Christmas, I think 2 years ago. I absolutely love these old-timey winter scenes. There's horse and carriage rides in the snow, a little house with the chimney smoke blowing and it's snowing outside, a family outside either decorating or admiring a Christmas tree. And I don't know exactly, excuse all the dog hair, my dogs have been laying on this like it's a dog blanket, but this right here has a velvety feel to it. So I feel like that ties in with the ribbons, the bows rather, that are on the tree. So yeah, that is our tree this year. I feel like next year I will make sure I have better functioning lights, the dried orange garland, and then I might even do some additional bows, but make them myself and just get a burgundy velvet roll of ribbon and then make bows to tie onto the tree that maybe have a little bit of longer pieces here. I think that would look really pretty. One of the other things that I added this year were the single flickering candles in the windows. So I've done all the downstairs windows. I just need to get more batteries for the upstairs. But I feel like these look so cute in the windows, very old-timey, very colonial era, also very Victorian era. So I got these off of Amazon and I didn't realize how many batteries each one requires. They each take 3 AAA batteries, which is a lot of batteries. I should have bought stock in Duracell this year because between Christmas and Halloween I have used way too many batteries. But so we have these in every window of the downstairs of the house, and I'll throw in a clip of what it looks like all lit up from the outside as soon as I get those upstairs candles situated, but I'll pop that into this video so you can see what it looks like. And then one of the last things is our little tablescape over here. So these brass candlesticks are out year-round on this table. We just switch out the candles that are in them. So there were black candles previously, and then I just swapped them out for these burgundy ones. The table runner is just a jewel tone emerald green cheesecloth. It almost looks a little bit teal or blue in this lighting, but looking at it over the phone, it definitely doesn't look that color. It looks like a forest green. So if you could just picture that. And then we have these little artificial trees with pine cones. I don't remember where I got these, but I'm sure it was either Target or Home Goods or something like that. I know I got them on sale after Christmas one year, which is just what I tend to do for all holidays. I wait until after the holiday has passed and everything is significantly on sale, and then I grab anything that I think will go with my decorations or that I might need for the next year. We have two of these, so one is here, and then the other one is over here for right now with this lamp, which which also very much fits the vibe. I just didn't really know where to put this little second Christmas tree because I usually have both on our dining room table. But since I did both brass candlesticks, both of the trees just seemed like too much on that table. And then we just have this little kind of candle station. And please excuse all the wood. Now that I'm looking at it through the camera, I see how much all of this really needs to be redone. But anyway, I have my little candle station over here. We have Christmas Morning on deck from Which City Wicks. This is just like a tiny mini candelabra. And then some Palo Santo, and I think that's a rosemary bundle with dried orange and a stone in there, which was a PR gift from a package containing Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch by Cody Crowley. So that was part of that PR box. And then this one over here started tunneling, so I had to put tinfoil over it. But this is just a Yankee Candle Balsam and Cedar, which is my favorite scent for this season besides Christmas Morning. And then one of the last things is just this silly little ornament that's hanging on our sliding barn door that connects the kitchen to the dining room. Someone gave this to me for a Secret Santa at work, and I hung it on the tree last year, but it doesn't really fit the theme. So I thought it was cute just hanging on the door here. My dog did try to attack this at some point, but it's still in good condition. They have also fully attacked this door, which is why all the paint is chipping and peeling because they scratch at the door when they're not allowed in the kitchen. But that is a story for another time. This thing I'm going to show you is this very small, very tiny Christmas book collection. I'm actually doing another YouTube video, or I'm not sure if it already was posted or not, but a video on good, creepy, or spooky Christmas books to read. So right here we have A Christmas Carol, Oh Horrid Night, which is a bunch of short stories together, chilling holiday tales for the black-hearted. Then we have The Christmas Guest by Peter Swanson, which I am reading next. And then The Scary Book of Christmas Lore. I thought it would be fun to have a little themed section of books, but as you can see, it's quite small, so maybe I'll get a couple more for the next Christmas season and make like an actual little bookshelf. This is our little Creepmas tree that I'm calling Stark and Buckley's tree this year, which are our dogs. Have some paw print ornaments, 2 stockings for them. And this is where all my little creepy Christmas ornaments go. This is the upstairs in our bedroom, but I'm going to turn these dolls around so you can see them. These are like the old vintage dolls that move. My grandmother had 4 of these, and they were passed on to me after she passed away because I used to always help her decorate for the holidays and get them in the windows and get them situated. And she would always have me like fluff their dresses. Hey, Buckley. I mean, this definitely fits in with the Victorian aesthetic, if you ask me. Here is the other one, and I always loved her outfit. I want to have the same one. Oh, there she is. So cute, little beret. So they are on these little stands in the windows. And then we have 2 more in the attic, an angel and a man wearing a suit and a top hat with a lantern in his hand. But they broke off of their stand. So I'm trying to figure out how to fix them. I tried super gluing their feet back to the stand last year and it worked temporarily, but then they broke off again. So these guys are in the front windows on our second floor. And that's all we have on the upstairs other than the flickering candles in the side windows of the house. And that's it. That's my Christmas decor tour for 2024. Victorian theme as much as I could get it to be. I know there are a ton more things that I could have done with this theme to really nail it in and make it a little bit more obvious, or just have more things that fit in with that theme. I have been all over Pinterest and all over other people's pages who I know have kind of Victorian style or colonial style homes, and who very much make their homes fit in with that aesthetic year round, and then of course especially for the holidays. But I did not want to overspend this year, and this was my first year doing any kind of a theme. Tried to take it easy and just get a few things that I really wanted, and then I'll save the rest for next year or another year. I feel very proud of the decorations that I did, because I usually don't decorate the inside of my house. I don't even do that for Halloween. I go crazy with the outside for Halloween, but for Christmas, I just have some lights on the outside, a garland, a couple little things out there. So I am very proud of myself because I feel like I spent a lot of time putting all of this together, and I do really like the way that it came out. Hopefully I can do a little bit more and more and more as the years go on and add different things and just kind of tie everything together even more. What I'd love to know from you guys in the comments is if you do a theme for your holiday decorations. You know, some people switch things up every year. Some people do creepy themes like the Grinch one year, Nightmare Before Christmas another year. And then I know some other people just do more of aesthetic themes, like bright colors or everything, you know, white and blue or white and pink, or a little like Victorian theme like I did. So I'd love to know if you decorate with a theme for the holidays, or even if you don't, what's your favorite one to see? And thank you guys so much for joining me on this little decor tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for any next videos coming in December. I have no idea what I have planned. I know I have the creepy Christmas books video. I hope you guys have a cozy, warm, incredible holiday season. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.